All right, so this is the last video that I'm going to do for graphing polar equations. Good, I'm glad. My daughter and I are just hanging out, and she's being funny. And so anyway, this is going to be the last one. It's called Lemniscates, all right? And they look like this guy right here. So they're not too bad. They can only look like these two, so don't stress. If it's a sine, then it looks like that. If it's a cosine, then it looks like that. The last thing I'll say is, for example, say it's like r squared equals 16 sine of 2 theta, then the distance that this goes out is going to be a, not a squared. So a would equal 4. Okay, and these angles are always at pi over 4 and 3 pi, or excuse me, 5 pi over 4. Okay, so it's always those two is the furthest it goes out. If you want to know why, just plug in pi over 4 and you'll see that it gets you 4 for the radius. All right, and then these ones are at 0 and pi, and same thing. The length that goes out is a. So they're pretty easy. It's just kind of like an infinity symbol or figure 8 kind of symbol, and make some pretty neat ones. And then, if you're doing some crazy animation, you could spin it, and then there you got yourself a nice little fan or a propeller. But anyway, here we go. I'm just going to graph a couple. So it says r squared equals 25 cosine of 2 theta. So you know it's a Lemniscate if it's r squared, okay? Or if I suppose we could square root, and you could see r equals 5 and then the square root of cosine of 2 theta. Okay, if you saw that, then this would also be another Lemniscate. The key thing is if you want to use Desmos, you would have to plug in the second one. Okay, but anyway, so 5 is going to be the distance that goes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point there. There's going to be a couple points that happen at 0, 0, and then 5 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're just going to do your best to make a figure 8. So if you struggle with making infinity symbols, then that'll be a bummer. But other than that, that's it. That's a Lemniscate. Pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. So 25 sine of 2 theta would go out 5, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this way at pi over 4, and then at 5 pi over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's a point right there. Okay. Okay. Sorry, we're watching TV. Well, I'm not watching TV, but right. So then anyway, sometimes I gotta. This one's hard for me, and then go that way. And so there's your Lemniscate. So it goes out 5 that way, at pi over 4 and 5 down to 5 pi over 4. Oh man. Yikes. Okay, everyone's alive. We're fine. We're back. So anyway, that's a Lemniscate. I've just got a few pictures here, a few graphs, and we're just going to try to write the equation for each one, and hopefully that will go pretty easily. All right, so the formulas are up above. If you need to look at them, you can hit pause and then try it on your own. This one's going to be sine because it doesn't go out to 0 or pi. And so we're going to say r squared equals, and the length is 6. So we're going to square that. So 36 sine of 2 theta. Pretty straightforward. You don't have to worry about the 36 being positive or negative. Wouldn't matter. Makes the same graph. And then next one, I think if my numbers are right, I think that's 2, 4, 6, about halfway, so that'd be 7. And we're going to do a cosine. So r squared equals 49 cosine of 2 theta. The other one's getting mad now. All right, and then the last one is going to be another cosine. R squared equals, and then 4 cosine of 2 theta would be the right answer, right? Because it only goes out 2, and you square that, and that gets you the 4 in the front, okay? So lemniscates are pretty easy to handle. They're kind of nice, better than, easier than limicons or roses. So focus your attention on those. But one thing I will say is you do need to know the names of everything. So if you're completing the lesson finally, then make sure you go back and maybe study the names and what they look like and those types of things, okay, and when they occur. All right, you guys have a great day, and talk to you anytime you need help. See ya.